Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Lissette, Campos Community Affairs Director with your Positively Tampa Bay. For months, our news team has been telling you about rising gas prices and how what's happening at the pump is affecting local businesses. But what about local charities? Well, one local program helping cancer patients has lost a significant number of its volunteer drivers. We're talking about the American Cancer Society's Road to Recovery program. Joining us in the studio with more are Mr. Ronnie Burris, who is a volunteer driver for the American Cancer Society, and Mr. Leonard Hamilton, a cancer patient who's benefited from the program. Thanks to you both for coming in.
You're welcome.
Ronnie, let's start with you. You're one of several volunteer drivers. How many drivers are there, and how many have you lost?
We've had, at one point in time, there was probably about 17 in Pinellas County. We're down in St. Pete to actively about 2 drivers. We had last year over 1,400 rides that we gave to the cancer patients. Sometimes we drove 2 a day. So we're in desperate need in Pinellas County and especially St. Pete.
So in St. Pete, we were saying we have active 2 to 4 active drivers, and the need is ideally you would need 20.
Correct.
To handle the load of patients coming in. And then in Hillsborough County, the numbers that I have, you have 21 active drivers, and ideally you would need 35 to 40 to handle the demand for patients and taking them to and from the doctor's offices and the cancer treatment patients.
Yes, that's correct.
Why do you do it?
Because it's a blessing to me. I feel so happy when I can know that I'm helping someone. And there's families that have been affected by cancer that had no idea that there was a Road to Recovery program, and they had to take off work, or with gas prices they would have to pay for a cab, they would have to do any way necessary because they just didn't know. And this is a program that it's the American Cancer Society's biggest volunteer program we have.
You're happy to be a part of it.
And I'm so happy to be part of it.
Leonard, what would have happened to you if you didn't have drivers like Ronnie to help you get to and from treatment?
Yeah, I don't know basically how things would have turned out, but ever since 2008, I don't know how I would have made it without the Road to Recovery program. In October 2008, I was diagnosed with chronic myelogenous leukemia, and that 2-year journey, there's over 8 or 9 bone marrow biopsies where Moffitt had to put me to sleep. Their policy is that they do not allow any patients to drive themselves when you're under anesthesia.
Right.
So even to this very day, you know, I cannot commute myself there to the hospital to get the chemotherapy, to get whatever is needed. I have to call people like Ronnie to assist me to the hospital.
And what is that experience like for you when you have that time with the volunteer? Would you say that you get support and encouragement from them as well?
Yes, it's just knowing that they're there for us when they pull up. When they pull up and call early, it could be a 6 o'clock appointment in the morning, they're there. And then when they pull up, it's just that you feel that someone cares. Someone really, really cares about you. And they take you to the hospital, and they faithfully drop you off, and they're there to pick you up. When the nurses call them, they'll come back and pick you up.
Ronnie, how many miles would you say you've covered as a volunteer driver in this program?
Last year, probably 4,000 or 5,000.
My goodness, yes. And there's no compensation?
No, it's strictly voluntary.
Okay.
I get no pay for it except the
kindness and the support
feel
from
good
their
in my
patients.
heart.
Well, let's give our viewers at home the information. If you would like to volunteer for the Road to Recovery program, the next driver training program in Tampa happens on July the 20th. For information, you can call 813-319-5919.